Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back again, and more of this. That was the credits. I was away AFK long enough that the credits kicked in. Now we want to continue for day, what was it, 14? I didn't notice. Think 14? Might have been 15? Could have been 16? 127? 127, of course, is a power of 2. In bitwise, because you start with 0, but never mind. 14, day 14. Again, the first thing we'll do is we'll head out to the room over here. We've only opened a couple of these, 2 or 3 of them. What do we have? I've done the hovel. I haven't done the shrine. Tool shed, 2 special items. Let's do the shrine. See what a blessing it is. Did I do that before? I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. Maybe I did. I think I did. No, I didn't. Making an offering may result in the bestowal of a blessing. I don't have any money. Okay, well, we'll get some money and we'll run back here and we'll get a blessing. See if we have no pictures. You wouldn't expect pictures here. No items just laying around on the ground, unfortunately. All right, well. Note to self, get some gold. Go on back. Get yourself a blessing. Bloop, another one down. 66, so that's only a couple each way. 64, 3 each way. All right. Parlor, guest room, or corridor. How about the corridor? Pin and pine, I think. Right? Yep, pin and pine. That is correct. Let's see if we can get... We're missing a letter here. So it's not clear if this room has no letter, or if we just haven't had rooms that would have it for us. I'm going to go ahead and grab the closet here. Try to remove some of that. We do have a picture. We have an elk, a stag, and a tag. Got ivory dye. Got the compass. Very nice on the compass. Compass. Our floor plans are more likely to head north. But we had tag and stag, so it's S. I thought it was likely to be either S or no letter at all. I'm now taking notes. Copious notes. So, what we have is almost complete. This is the word 8. This is, I think, the word dates. D-A-T, we don't know. And an S. So 8 dates, crack, 8 safes. I don't know what else date could be. Datas? Doesn't make sense. Datus? Datos? No. Yeah, so I think that's what it is. All right. Eastgate Path, the Apple Orchard, the Shrine. We have, we do not have a gold yet. We're not wealthy yet. The den, the drawing room, that requires a gem, which we don't have. The store, we don't want to run out of doors already. Let's go with the den. That'll give us a gem. Looking around to make sure we're not... Oh, we don't have a key, so we can't open the chest. Nor do we have the sledgehammer, the hammer. Allows you to blast open the chest. Right, courtyard. Interesting, a green room in the middle. I didn't know. Well, maybe the courtyard you can have in the middle. Chapel. Process gold that we don't have. chapel. Go into the chapel. Because we're going to get married. This, whatever room this is, we're missing, I assume, the E for dates. And that would give us all of the top or the bottom 5 rows complete. Check and make sure that we're not missing out on any stuff in the room. Nobody wants to miss out on their stuff, you know. The observatory, the billiard room, or the nook. They are all pointed north. That would cost me my 1 gem. That'll get me a couple of keys or the key card. I've never gotten the key card, but a friend of mine informed me he had. So, billiard room. Extra coin. And the puzzle, the dartboard puzzle. Okay. First thing we click is 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 16 minus 10 is 6. Times 5 is 30. Divided by 10 is 3. 19 minus 11 is 8. Times 3 is 24. Divided by 12 is 2. 1 silver key, I think. Yeah, unlocking a door with a silver key leads to a room with many doors. So that is a good sort of get out of jail free card. And that ensures we open up. We have it turns a single locked door into a bunch of adjacent doors. Hallway or spare room? Storeroom. I think the hallway. More doors. So this one is one we need to be sure of. No, that's the one we need to be sure of dates. This is the one we need to be sure of for dates. Do we have E? We have a pine and a pin. Not sure that's a pin, but it would be an E. So I think that's our E, which I predicted. It doesn't look like a pin to me. Looks like a flame. But it does give us dates. I'll put a little question mark next to it because we're not positive that that's a pin. Doesn't look like a pin. Looks like a match. We had that same problem before. It's not a math or a Mac or a Mach. It's not going the speed of sound. And it's not an atch. Okay, it's locked. The only key we have is the silver key. We're not using that this early. Even though that would open up a guaranteed, like, 3-door. No, not yet. Not yet. Drawing room would require a gem, but would give us a couple more openings. Guest bedroom would give us footsies. Lavatory would get it out of the way. Drawing room. Alright, so we're at 4, middle. So this is G. We have a lot of drawings here. I don't know if there's even a correct answer for that. Let's try this. Maybe locked. It's not locked. Spare room. Kitchen. We don't have the gem, so we're going to go with the spare room. Nothing in here. Don't be locked. Oh, those are 2 dead ends and 1 not dead end. We're going to take the pantry. This will give us 4 coins and a piece of food. The food is an apple. The apples are +2, I think, to our footies. So we'll have 55 footsies. Yep, there we are. Right, we're right next to... Okay, so this... we do not have a letter for. Plane and planet. It's a T. Sure we've got the right room, and that should be a T. We are in 3-6. 3-6. It's a T. So it looks like this is going to rhyme because we have TES, just like we had dates down 2 lines. So something. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I'm guessing the room to the west would be an A in the foundation, but the foundation never has any pictures. So I don't... Ooh, maybe down in the basement? I didn't see any in the basement. Okay. The next room will be an E, I do believe. The observatory, gem requirement. We can redraw once. It's too early for redrawing, I think. Stag and stage, I think. Yep, stag and stage. Regular key. Hey, Kimo, how you doing? Good evening. That is a follow by Bigify. Give me just a second, please. And bot band. Twitch, come on, man. Seriously. Get your act together with this shit. All right, back over here. I believe the hallway northern door was locked. We now have a regular key. We will try to open that. They're so transparent. Hey, love your content. I'd love to join next time. Add me on Discord. Yeah, fuck off. Pardon my French. We want to use just a regular key. Cut it out, Kimmo. Just don't start with me. She mocks my muffins. My blueberry muffins. Who does a thing like that? Kimmo does a thing like that. Let's see. So, guest bedroom. We don't need footsies. We need doorsies. We do have a gem, but we don't want to spend it on the commissary because we don't have much money to spend. So we're going to spend it on this. And give us 2 footsies. Do a quick scan around. We have cart and chart. So this is an H. Where are we? We are 4, 5. It's an H. That is correct. 4, 5 is an H. We already had that one. And we already have 5. 5 too. That's a T. Anything on the floor? Any money? And now she's telling me my blueberry muffins never existed. Why would you be so cruel to me? Just mean-spirited. Why are you so mean? I admire that. Let's see. So, that's a nook. Or the parlor. Or security. That's got a gem requirement, but it does give us 2 doors. I'm going to spend a gem, and we're going to get 2 more doors. No food. Sometimes there's food in that room. In the little break room. Let's see. There we are. I had forgotten what the login was. That's why I've taken to taking notes. Oh, we're connecting to AOL. We've got mail. Let's see, staff services. I think we went through all of that last time and there wasn't anything. Oh, that's right, we could special order. If you'd like to order a special brand of gum, I want to place a special order. I've got the brass compass. What would we like to order? We ordered the brass compass. The shovel. Estimated to take 1 to 2 days. I approve of that order. Staff services. I think that was the only staff services we were interested in. The rest are basically lore stuff. Remote terminal access. I don't believe we have any other active terminals. That is correct. Electronic mail. Permissions do not allow. Can only be accessed via the office, right? Data transfer. Data transfers from Cinca are not available. Glossary of terms. The key card system. Security doors. Currently operational. Key card system settings. Set security level. We want that to be low. The offline mode. Offline mode to be unlocked. So if we kill the power, they should be unlocked. I understand now. Return to the security system. That's the keycard system. That's what all we got. No. All right, so we are here. Let's head in this here direction. It's locked. Bastards. Why do they hate freedom so much? This is going to be 5, 6, which we do have. This one should have S. Unless it's locked. We gain 2 back. All right, back into the drawing room. If this one's locked, we're going to use our silver key. As that should give us a 4-way, or at least a 3-way, it looks like. Cloister. Requires 3 gems. You'll note how many we have. The number is 0. Archives. We'll no longer be able to see all 3 plans. That's going to hurt. Just, looking around, because there can be extra stuff in rooms that have extra stuff. Oh, a gem. Okay, very nice. Try this one first. That will cost us half of our footsies. We don't want that. The observatory is a dead end. And we'll take up a gem. We'll take our chances with the archive floor plan. It's a dead end, but it does give us 10 more footsies. And another gem. Right, yep, we have already gotten that. That is one door out of the archives. gems. Let's try the south. I do have enough gems. Do I want to drop them there, though? That gives me 2. The Kochek gives me none. Things are getting a little bit iffy around here. Archived. It's not a dead end. We have a key. Good. This is the Nook. Where are the crannies, damn it? We have a tie and a tier. I think we have that one. Yes, we do. All right, we have basically everything. Yeah, we have everything 5 ranks and down. Hello there. Welcome. Okay, that is a good choice. I like the dining room. The dining room works for me. If we get 1 more rank, no. 2 more ranks, I think. We'll have a free meal available for us. Oh, thank you, Kimmo. She's giving me gems, you see. Because I could use those, because I only have 2. Although, counting her, I have 3. Pretty smooth suck up, wasn't it? Yeah. Sucking up like that, so effortlessly, that takes years of practice. Secret safe in the drawing room. Okay. Thank you, but please no more spoilers. I will poke around in the drawing room. Shortly, no doubt. Alright, we have the commissary. Bunk room to be a dead end. Take our chance with the archived room. It's not a dead end, it's the logic puzzle. Where's my key? Alright. All 3 statements are false. We know that that isn't the case, so this one is definitely false. 2 statements are false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. That's okay. That's quite all right. That was not a huge deal. Gems are in a box with a false statement. If that's true, that's false. We know that that one's false. If that one's true, then this one's also false. So the gems are in the box with a true statement, which would be this one. False, if this is false, then 1 or 3 statements. So it has to be 1 is false. No, so this has to be true. False, false, true. I think. I missed the last one for the first time. Okay, good. My brain still functions. More or less. Probably more less than more. The dark room. The Kochek. Well, Kochek, of course, is a dead end. Dark room is also a dead end. It's the gym. We don't want to go in. That's going to eat some points for no real gain. Eat some footsies for no real gain. We are down to just a couple of functional doors. Garage. We have enough gems. Conference room. That hooks up and opens up. Alright, we'll see if anything new has been added in here. I've never noticed the coupon book before. Save 1 gold on each purchase you make in the estate. Okay. I've never seen that before, so it's either new or it was there and I just never noticed. Right. Nothing is new there. These. Nothing. Archives coming up. Went that way. It's locked. We're using the key. The dark room. The lavatory. Go with the dark room. Yeah, so absolutely nothing works. Don't be locked. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Gee, I could redraw and we'd get some random... Oh, wait, everything's already random. We'll spend a gem. We've got 6. Quick check, just looking around. You know, you gotta make sure. We are in... Okay, we're in 1 by 6. We do not have the letter for this room. Grain and rain, and this is a G. Grain and rain, this is a G. Ah, okay. That does make sense, which means that to the east we should have an A. And that's where we're going to be if it wasn't the foundation. Let's go ahead and on my little chart we'll make a mark for the foundation. We've got 6. What do we want? A gem. We already have the compass. We can't buy the key. We can't buy a set of gems. I don't think we need a gem right now. But if we need them, we can come back. Alright, we're in the foundation. Which is a dead end. I mean, we could go down into the basement, but there's nothing there. We don't have a key card. The power's still on, so the key cards would be required. Okay, so the only doors we have left are in security. Right. Okay, well, that's the way it is. Let's see, dark room... Yeah. Fat Buddy, good evening. Still raining in your neck of the woods? Across into the hallway. Turn left into the bedroom. Gain 2 footsies. Back into security. 57 pretty. River's retreating and cleanup's begun. Very nice. Around here, very nice day. I would have the window open, but there were 5 young boys playing in the courtyard today. I decided I would spare everyone that. Both doors were locked in here, weren't they? They were. I'd forgotten. Okay, we're back to the drawing room, where there's a hidden puzzle, I've been informed. She's got a necklace that is particularly well drawn. All right. Cart and chart. So this is the H word, or H room. Pawn. There was a puzzle toy when I was a kid called a Soma Cube. That's what that reminds me of, is the Soma Cube. I played an enormous amount with the Soma Cubes. Had two, one blue, one red. That looks like the Soma Cube a little bit too. Very reminiscent of it. Do we have a book I can pull? Doesn't look like it. Looks like that ought to be something. But it isn't. The globe. The lights. We have what looks like origami. Don't know what that is. It's a peanut. It's a statue of a peanut. Maybe not. Well, I mean, that is certainly something that has caught my eye a lot. Wow. No, you're exactly right. Wait, I have to read? Why didn't someone tell me I had to read? Well, we will never speak of this again. Okay? Good. 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 It's not the phone. I continue to expect all the phones to ring from my playthrough on Atomfall. Now, I did notice this vent here previously. Clock. That's my uncle. Hi, Uncle Sinclair. How you doing? You're looking good. You lost weight? Paper boy. It's not going to drop a chandelier on my head, is it? I hate having a chandelier dropped on my head. Hey, it's another peanut. Well, that looks like it ought to be something, but in fact, it's just a button. Drawing. Each day you draw a floor plan. Yeah. Select one to draft, however some. Yeah, okay. That's not news. Now I get to drive Christian crazy by somehow managing to miss it time and time again. I'll mouse over it and nothing will happen, or something will happen and I just won't notice. So that is Stage and Sage. So we are in the tea room. Well, let's see. Is there a difference between the picture and what we see in front of us? There's the chair. Looks like we have the candelabra. Plural. What's the plural of candelabra? Candelabra, I think. A clock, which we can sort of see over his shoulder. Can't change the time. I'll give it another minute or so, in which case I'll just lock it away for later and continue on with the playthrough. I don't want to spend too much time. Because I can't imagine this is interesting to anyone. He's probably driving Christian absolutely crazy. Yeah, we got that. Okay, we've got the walking guy and the running guy. Running, walking, walking, running. That's running. Trotting. Running. Running. Running and walking. Running and walking. Tippy-toeing. Thought I might have had something there. That seemed likely, but it wasn't. Running and walking. Is anyone not doing those things? Everyone is running or walking, and the paper boy is running. Do I have to run to do something? Or maybe walk to do something? Sneak? There is no sneak command that I'm aware of. What are all those little lines on the side? Do they have those on both sides? No. That's got to be a secret door there. Or something. All right, I'm going to leave it be for now. I will keep that. I will take a note of that. And I will keep that in mind for the future. But for now, I'm going to continue. I don't know if we actually have anything we can do. I think all of the doors and everything are... No, we do have a couple doors left. How much gold do we have? 6. And that's the only way to get over there. So yeah, we're going to have to... Right. That way. Yeah, I know. Steal some of my money. Every single time. Well, this is the room we've got left. Or the door we've got left. So, I mean, we can get keys. Hopefully, in here somewhere. Walk-in closet, utility closet. Either way, we're done. We have to try and take a chance with the archived. Okay, cool. That's perfect. Thank you. Check. I have been in here once before because I have talked with Elzara. See if he's got a different spiel for me this time. I'll sit back. I encourage you to do the same.
As it was foretold.
Yeah, yes, it was foretold.
I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin.
Aren't we all?
You find yourself
I do.
face to face with the great Alzara.
You're okay. Great.
And I suspect you wish me
I think that's an exaggeration.
to look into your future.
Sure, if you could see my feature, that would be awesome.
The image is becoming clear.
Looks like a car has gone through a fence. That would explain how I can open one of the gates.
The darkened cloud of
I had expected that might be the case.
familiar to
The house is a ruin.
now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands.
Okay.
8 letters
7. Well, that's more.
Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you have heard here has been foreseen
It's been 4 seen, but not 5 seen.
by the great Alzara.
Again, he's okay.
Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay. Don't suppose so. No music. All right. The library. The boudoir. Boudoir gives us 2 rerolls. That's of no real help. And an archive. So we get nothing out of this. So we go ahead and try a redraw. We have 1. If we can get lucky. Did the OK Alzara simply imply that one of your wall art might be missing? No. Spoiler coming. Put your fingers in your ears and hum if you don't want to know. A lot of the rooms have 2 pieces of art. And for instance, you might have a picture of a stag and a stage. The missing letter between the 2 is E, so that location on the map is an E. Coat check. Check the breaker box. I saw my last stream. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind. The breaker box. I can try one thing here in the breaker box. Well, a couple of things. We can turn off the gymnasium so that won't cost us to walk into it. We can turn on the dark room now and see maybe there's a card key in there. We can turn the power on to the garage. We can turn the power off on the card key because we have defaulted the system to unlock. See, so for instance here you have desert and dessert. So the letter for this room is S, which I happen to know is correct. Yeah. We have 35 footsies left. Where are we headed to? We are headed to security first. No, that's not right. The dark room, and then the foundation. That's right. Going through the gym, because it won't cost nothing now. I may just run back and forth in the gym, because it doesn't cost me 2. Or 2 extra. Cost me 2. Aha. Loser gymnasium. I shouldn't taunt the rooms. That's not nice. Okay, the dark room is now lit up. Means if there's anything sitting in here that I can pick up, like, say, a gem. Is there anything else? I have looked at all of these under the magnifying glass, which can also be called a magnifying lens, depending on which country you're in. No, the camera here is, I believe, Sivka is the name, and we have an implication that our companies and where our people here were somehow involved in Sivka. We don't know. There's some mysterious stuff going on outside of the usual. All right, so this is a dead end, but we do have a functioning elevator that we're going to use and see if the general card key function works the same down here as I think it works upstairs. I haven't had a chance to try it. There is a card key. It's supposed to now default to unlock. Damn it! That presumably summons the elevator. Oh, we do have coast. And cost. It is an A. I thought so. I had predicted that one was going to be an A. So what we have, again, spoilers. All right, we have L and L here and here, and I think it is all. I think the word is all. And then we have gates. So all gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. We have confirmed all of those letters. We also have a U and a T there. But it is definitely gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So I think it's like all gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I think we need the 8s. Sorry, the dates for various things. We've already had one case of a date being a combination to a lock. Hey, Vorp. But we have used up every single thing. All of our resources for the day. There are no unlocked doors available to us. We have no keys. The only thing we could buy in the commissary would be another gem, which does us no good. So we are going to call it a day and go on to the next day. There was something I needed to do. I needed to go out to the shrine outside and put some money in, because I wanted to see what the blessings were. I haven't done that yet. That was a mistake. We found one new room, and it was just an ordinary villa. It was mostly blue rooms, and we didn't find a whole shitload of them. We'll save and continue. Day 15. Again, we will start by going to the outside building, or outside door that we can open. Because I think we've only found 3 of the rooms out there so far. Okay. Tool shed. We have the hub. I know we've gotten the hovel. Special floor plans now cost beatsies instead of gems. I don't think I've gotten the tool shed, so I'm going to get the tool shed. I'm not sure. I know we've gotten the root cellar and the hovel. Okay, this gives us the metal detector, which allow us to find keys and coins in the rooms. And I've never seen the gear wrench before. Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. So you can remove any mechanicals you don't want, or make them less likely to show up. Interesting. All right, we want to make sure there's nothing else in here. It said 2, but you know, they can fib. Not everything is always true. But it appears that that's true. That is a new item, an item I've never seen before. Lavatory. Parlor or hallway? I'm going to go with the parlor. All right. This usually is 2 gems. I have missed this puzzle once. I've gotten it correct like a dozen times. It is a logic puzzle. Every box is black. Okay, we have a false statement. We're guaranteed to have at least 1 false and 1 true. We know this one's false. Every box contained gems. We know that's false. This one must be true. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replaced the word every with this. We know this one is true. So that would be this box contained gem, and this would be this box is black. That is not true. This box contains the gems. I think. Here we go again. I get nervous every time now. I've only failed once, but it's like I'm over here boasting. Yeah, I'd never failed. And last night I failed. So. The chapel. We have no golds. This is a good time to use the chapel, that's for sure. Because it can't steal what I don't have. Now, I could go east, but we already have an entrance to the east. Let's use the entrance here instead. The West Wing Hall is a very good setup, as it gives us 2 doors. Pantry's not bad. It cuts us off from that corner, though. It gives us 4 gold. Observatory gives us that corner, but takes away the other. We have a gem. I'm going to actually use an observatory. Alright, so we now have 8 stars. 4, 8. This should give us a key. For 8 stars. Yep, Clavis, the key. We now have a key. Locksmith. Keys for sale. I have no money. We'll go with the storeroom. We already know it's a dead end already. Might as well choose a dead end room. It also gives us a key and a gem and a gold that we are immediately going to lose to the chapel. You can't have it all. That's telling me that there is a key or coin in this room. And now it has stopped ticking. And we are going across. Alright, corridor, spare room, or kitchen. I kind of like the kitchen as it opens up north. Whereas these two would both open up east. We already have an opening to the east through the entrance hall. So I'm going to go with the kitchen. It's going to require a gem. Food for sale. I don't have any gold because this room just took it. But I can always come back if I need to. Bride and Bridge. This is room G. It is indeed room G. Just a quick check. Check what the prices are. Banana is 3, club sandwich is 15, bacon and eggs is 10, and adds the morning room. I don't think I've had the morning room. But I would need a lot of gold. We definitely do not want the closet, as that's a dead end. The den is pretty good. Den looks good. I like the den. Talk me into it. You smooth-talking bastard, it's the den. And there's a gem in here. We'll head back this way. The nook would be a dead end. No, it wouldn't. It turns north. Okay. The bedroom would be a dead end. The corridor would go all the way across. Corridor is always unlocked. I prefer to save that. I think we're going to go with the All right, we have a coin. One of the advantages of getting the metal detector is you won't. You'll sometimes get additional keys or coins in a room that may or may not have them. So that extra gold on the floor was not normal for this room. The nursery, the spare room, or the corridor. Spare room, I think. That should take us next to the foundation. Spare room. Not a very interesting room. It's locked. Bastards. All right. None of these are going to connect up with the foundation. The billiard room turns east. The pantry turns west. The walk-in closet is a dead end, but it has 4 items. It kind of kills us to getting into the west, though. As we still have multiple exits to the east, I think we're going to go with the pantry. This will also give us a little food. An apple, I think. That's good for 2 footsies. 2 footsies and 4 gold. We are in rank 5 now. And I have all of the letters for the first 6 ranks? Yeah, 6 ranks. Bedroom turns right. Boudoir turns right. The garage will have 3 keys. It's a lot of keys. Boudoir has 2 rerolls. I don't have any rerolls. Rerolls would be pretty nice. I'm going with the boudoir. By the way, the boudoir has been upgraded. I've managed to upgrade only 1 room so far. The upgrade you get is random, and that was the one I got. And I chose amongst the 3 choices to put 2 ivory dice in. Anything else? No. We're going to use it now. Freaking lock. All right. Closet is a dead end. Corridor skips the foundation. Courtyard connects with the foundation, which opens us opens another door for us. So we're going to go with that. That is the key card. We do not have a key card. We do not have the shovel, so we cannot dig the dirt for items. This is the foundation. This takes us down to the basement. All right, the billiard room, the drawing room. May draw floor plans while drafting in this room. Plus, we know that there is supposed to be a puzzle. It's going to cost our last gem, but sure, what the heck. Live. Man's got to live, Walking. Running. Walking. Walking. There's a puzzle in here, I have been informed. I'm trying to figure it out right now. See, they all have the little arrows at the bottom. Like, that one's small. That one's small. That one's large. That one's very large. Small, large. Also, this side has a bunch of marks as if we had a secret door. This side doesn't have those marks. Well, it kind of has them there, doesn't it? Let's continue going through our rooms for now. Let us try to head east. We are in 6. Gotta double check that. There were 6 and 6. Yeah, we are 6 high. We are finished with the find the letter puzzle for those rooms. Ooh. We have no gems, so I guess we'll take a corridor, huh? Or redraw. We have a couple of redraws. Those are the dice redraws. This is a redraw for the room we're in, I think. Yeah. Why not? That's why not. The dark room. A bunk room. I'm gonna go with the dark room. We have a card key on the other side. That's not good news. Alright. I don't think that was called for at all. Try this door. Don't be locked. Well, we don't want to burn our last key right now. So we're off back to the courtyard. Just checking around. It's possible I might need the magnifying glass or lens, which is actually in the game, as well as playing the game. To look at that. Anyway, we will continue our traveling around. We could use a key to open that up. Oh, that's right, that's why. If memory serves, there was 2 keys in the one box. I'm going to try it. I'm going to live dangerously. I haven't opened the box in a while. We have a gem, a key, and 3 coins. So close again. We now have a gem, a key. So we have 2 keys. No, we have 1 key. We're back still at 1 key. We currently have a lot of days, a lot of footprints. I mean, footsies, as I call them. So it's time to start poking around to the eastern side of the house. All right, corridor, hallway. Ooh, the hallway bumps back up that way. I like that. Billiard room. I'm going to go with the hallway. Oh, we heard a tink. There's something, a key or something in this room. Got it. All right. Closet would be a dead end. Bunk room, dead end. Dining room. Need more items, I think. Taking chances. Living dangerously. All right. This increases the amount of footsies you get when you enter a bedroom for the first time. Corridor. The bedroom gives us a right hand. The billiard gives us a left. Corridor goes all the way across. I think I like that. And it will also give us, I think, 7. 2, and then 5 more because I have the sleep mask. Looks like nothing in this room. All right. Bunk room will give us, counts as 2 bedrooms, so we would get like 10 or 12. The dining room has north and south doors. That's the winner. anything in here. If you reach rank 8, which is that line of rooms, dinner is served in the dining room. You get a free 20 plus footsies. The veranda. I do not have the gems for that. The commissary, dead end. Guest room's a dead end. We want a reroll. We have 2 rerolls. No. It's another 10. 5 for the bedroom and 5 because we have sleeping mask and a gem. Extra gem. Woo! Free loot! I like free loot, and I cannot lie. Back into the dining room. Don't be locked. Thank you. I've never had the pool, I don't think, before. We definitely want that. Adds a locker room, sauna, and pump room to the draft pool. We definitely want it to open the pool for the first time. I have opened the pool for the first time. I will note the northern door has a card key. Towels. A key. A key, not a card key. This should be tea. So we have, what, tent and 10. Yeah, tent and 10. Oops, I didn't see pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans, right? Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running. Yeah, no running. How am I going to get in trouble for no running? Oh, is that? That's like a net. Is that pick-upable? Why is that not pick-upable? I don't know what I would do with it, but why is it not pick-upable? Passageway costs 2. Gymnasium has a door, which is a jar. Haha. Has to be the gym. So it's going to cost us 2 footsies, unless you have the power turned off to the gym, at which point it stops costing anything. That's the dark room. And the other dark room, okay, so the pool and the dark room both have a key card required to get in there. What do we have over here? Security, Great Hall, or billiard? The billiard room connects up with the drawing room. Is that a door I couldn't open? I don't remember. Security will give me an additional room. Require a gem. Unusual and rare. View all stand. What the hell? What? If you've got if you have the whatever item that is, I can't even remember the monkey wrench, the crescent wrench, whatever it is. You can set something to rarity. All right, well, let's set it to rare. We hear a tink. I see a gold. We've got enough gold that we can buy something. Sometimes there's food here on the table. How someone left it there, we have no idea. All right, we have the password. Keycard system. We should be able... I have not made this work yet, but I haven't had the understanding and the opportunity. The keycard system settings. We want to set the offline mode. Be unlocked. So if we can kill the power to them, theoretically that should open... I made the security room super rare. Oh. 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 Now I know. I did not know. Security level. Determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed on your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 with a low setting, 5 or 6. So we do want to set this back to low. Return to security menu. Log into network. Password is accepted. Oh, that's right. It was a mechanical. Yep, okay. Now I understand it. My bad. Let's see. Staff services. No. Remote terminal access. None of those are on there. Mail. Data transfer. No. Staff services allow me to make a request. Special order. I'll place a special order. The brass compass. Approve the order. Log out. Now we'll see if there's anything over here. It's locked. I have 3 keys. Well, we know it's going to be a dead end, but we are short on doors, so we might as well. The pump room. It's a new room. The locker room's also new. But I can redraw. I have 2 redraws. I'll open it because I've never been in the pump room. We can go into the pump room. We'll just leave it at unusual, I guess, or standard rarity. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got it. Control water flow. Why not? Mount Holly pump control. Aquarium, kitchen, greenhouse. Can we only have one of these on? Reservoir, the aquarium. What do we have? Do we have a kitchen? We do have the kitchen. All right, we'll leave that on, and we'll see if that changes any behavior in the kitchen. What the? Yeah, it's the pump room. Two. So that's 2. That's 2. Okay, so these can actually go down, too. That doesn't seem to be changing the level of the water. At least not yet. Okay, that lowered that one. That lowers that one. Interesting. Okay, well now that I have seen this, I have some idea what I'm looking for. That requires a key. I'm going to use a key and hope to get lucky again. Come on, 2 keys. Key card. Key card would be good. Looks like gem, key, and gold. That's a push. Back into the gymnasium. Those are key card and key card. Courtyard is also a key card. this is all dead end. I think I've got to make a shot down here all the way back to the entrance hall. So for that, we need to go in. Lose 2. Over here. Lose 2. That's another key card. Funny, I got key cards in a couple of my first like 3 or 4 runs, and I've had like 1 since. Pantry in here. The den. Kitchen. Well, I add the morning pool to today's draft pool. Yeah, sure. We don't have a whole lot of rooms left. Maybe we can open up another room. I'm gonna steal some of my money now anyway. Uncle Sinclair, you are one handsome fellow. He'd be more handsome if he wore glasses and, I don't know, maybe shaved his head. Don't you think? Coat check. No. Sauna corridor. That at least gives us 2 more rooms. Well, okay, 1 more room. For sure. Breaker box. That's one that gives us more possibilities. We need this to stay standard. Commonplace, even. I see. I didn't see commonplace previously. Okay. That's a very, very dangerous tool. Okay. Gym lights are off. Darkroom lights are on. Garage is on. Keycard entry system is off. So now, theoretically, if I understand the system correctly, the keycards now have no power, and they should be set to default to unlock instead of default to lock. And that's another gold down the toilet. Right? No, not yet. Courtyard. We can try in the pool in the dark room first. Yeah, that is correct. Double check. Yep. Yeah, it is overpowered, I would agree. Alright, this is not going to cost us anything on account of we killed the lights in here. Well, it's got to cost us one. We have the lights back on in here, which means if there's any items in here, we can now pick them up. There is the lever. The broken lever. Interesting, it was ticking. Is because it's made out of metal, is that why the metal detector? I have looked at all of these with the magnifying glass, magnifying lens if you prefer. I'm just looking quickly to see if there's any difference in them. That one, for instance, has information about everything in somebody's room being a lie. If it's on green notepad. That one was one where we looked up and we got the combination to the lock to the apple orchard. Gem requirement. We're more likely to find red rooms. Interesting that they're unlit. But the patio should through. And it is correct in that this did, in fact, open up. Very important. We've got another gem. We do not have a shovel, so we can't dig the dirt. This is a room where we do have the letter for it. It's locked. Tomorrow we'll start with 2 gems. The morning room has been opened up. We want to get that one for sure, because it's a room we've never gotten before, and we'll start with 2 gems tomorrow, and also it has another door. Two more rerolls and 3 coins. Wow. And 2 gems tomorrow. Upgrade disc to one of the estate terminals to upgrade one of your floor plans. Okay. Try not to forget that. We have a plane and a pane, so L for this room. Wow, all kinds of stuff in the morning room. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. I'm the nephew. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert F. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73 after a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, like the house, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years, not least through his popular column Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. But particularly the announcement of successor yesterday has left his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation for his niece and presumptive heir, the much-loved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones. So he's my granduncle. Right, so that's the niece, and she's missing. That's my mom. And she wrote some children's books. Has been missing, presumed deceased, for 6 years. Mrs. Jones, better known to our pen readers by her name Marion Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literary creations such as The Red Prince, which we've read, Swimbird, and A New Clue. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, of but 14 summers, who was yesterday named provisional heir of the sprawling Cinca Empire. Okay, Cinca, short for Sinclair. Got it. So, Grand Uncle Sinclair owned Cinca. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests of mettle and wit, it's clear that young heir from Reddington distinguished his own right, and last year's County Science Fair runner-up faces an extraordinary challenge in weeks to come. No thermos. Well, I mean, we have a thermos, but can't open it. Plain and pain, right? Will this open? It did. Yay. That looks like not a dead end. In the laboratory, we do have the gems. Bunk room, billiard room. 3, 6, 7. Billiard room has a puzzle that usually has 2 keys. So, if in fact it does have 2 keys, it should allow us to open 2 doors. Billiard. And coin. Ooh, and an orange. An extra 5 footsies. And the puzzle is the dartboard. Okay, we start at 5. We have 14 plus 8 is 22, minus 12 is 10, minus 7 is 3, times 6 is 18. 7 minus 3 is 4, times 10 is 40, divided by 2 is 20. 5 plus 11 is 16, times 2 is 32, divided by 4 is 8, divided by 1 is 8. 2 keys. The dining room will now be open. We have, looks like 3 dead ends. No, that one's not a dead end. The library, the office is also not a dead end. That requires 2 gems. Do I want to spend 2 of my gems? Tempting. I think I would rather turn left. I'm going to spend 2 gems. Dinner will be served, so we can get a whole bunch of footsies back by heading to the dining room. Did we get the dining room? The kitchen? We do have the dining room. Okay, so that's good. We're going to go. That little ringing sound is that dinner is served. We are in that room. We do not have this letter yet. We have Raven. No, we have Crown and Crow. The letter is N. Make sure we're looking at the right place. Yes, that makes sense. I'm going to assume that the one to the west is O, and that will be Count, probably. Count something, then gates 8. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Not completely making sense yet, but in time. Whoops, we've got another. Is this a room we have not been in? Oh, we got 2 more coins. I don't know what that is. We'll check that in a second. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. That would be red herrings. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be hearings or herrings, but knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Give me a sec. I need to write these ones down. Bear with me. Of the Queen. This one's in black. March of the Count. Fall of the Lord. Last 2 are both red. Red genuinely is supposed to mean something is not true. Passing of the barons plural. And herring. Of the major. Notes. Gotta take notes. Yes, I did notice the upgrade disc. We also have that, which we'll get to in a second. Upgrade disc. Pick that up. To permanently upgrade one of my floor plans. The only thing I've upgraded so far was... the best option was the boudoir. Upgrade floor plan. Scanning disk. Parlor data has been found on the upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different plans. I can have it have 3 gems, 2 wind-up keys. Are there any other use for the wind-up keys other than the puzzle box? Funeral parlor. Gem prize equal to the red rooms in your house. If you open an empty box, you lose 30 footsies. 3 gems instead of 2. I'm going with funeral parlor. I have failed once on that puzzle. I have now ensured that the next time I use it, I will fail. I have boasted again. I will fail. What do we got? The antechamber lever in the greenhouse. I thought that might be where the lever went. It's broken again. I've only been in the greenhouse, I think, once, but I saw a location where I went, that looks like that might be where the lever goes. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Got that, we got that. Let's see what this does. Aha, a safe. All right, we have a couple of combinations we can try. That did not work. Please, no more spoilers. Crown and Crow. Is this the end? Is this the end? Yes, this is the end. Okay. Let me see. Can I use the computer for anything else, or was it only for the upgrade? Is it going to let me upgrade again? I did have 2 discs, I think. I think I had 2 discs. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5. Alright, gain 8, or a nurse's station if you have less than 10 when you enter this room. Set it to 20. Indoor nursery, whenever you draft another green room. 2 gems will sprawl in this room. Ah. How about if we try now? Aha. Ah, run payroll. Let's see. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarter and the maid's chamber. Run payroll now. This game is really deep. There's a lot going on. Spread gold in the estate. The office can facilitate a modest distribution of coins withdrawn from staff incentives program. These coins are spread, distributed throughout the estate. Sure. There's at least one in this room, I think. And log into the network. Terminal password. It's AOL. We've got mail. Data transfers from Cinca are not currently available. Email? We've got some emails from Ann Babbage regarding next week. 1993. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up to the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. 2 DC Power re the fuse box. Gabe, yes, that is the current functionality. Also, when you're out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is okay. I had heard that the sequence was something other than we're initially told. Because I found the combo to get the original setting that was listed in an early room. This is not that. Blue, green, white, red, purple. All right, good. So now when we get to the power room, we can actually set that correctly. I'm not sure what it'll give us, but... From Mick, changes to the estate. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. McGuire, McKinley, and McDougal, also known as Mick. From DC Power, fuse box repair. The VAC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we'll fix it in the regular service next. All purple first. The white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6. Jeez Louise. All right. That's going to take a while the next time I get the power room, the utility room. Mailbox. Turn to network menu. Terminal services. That was dead, so we're done. And some of the money that has been distributed has magically appeared here. We're rich, guys. We're heading to Vegas. Hope everyone's interested in some hookers and blow. Twitch, that was a joke. I have never used and would not condone the use of cocaine. Hookers, I leave up to each individual to make up their own mind. Okay. That's the grand uncle Sinclair and grand aunt who passed away, whose name I do not remember. She had a beauty mark. That picture. That is, I think, would be my mother. That's Mount Holly. And that is Silca, which is the company that we used to own. Or that I guess we theoretically will own. The clock is like 10 to 3. Maybe not 10 to 3, 5 to 3. It was 10 to 3, that would 2, 3. Those are 20-siders. He was a D&D player. Our uncle was a D&D player. How cool is that? that's another Cinca camera. The D20. Well, that's pointing in the direction. And we got a tink. Is that pointing that that's the secret, that there is a secret door there that we found? Maybe. Sometimes I just want to jump. Oh, pyramid there. Nope, that wasn't it. Interesting. There's different sounds some of them make. Three, for instance. Let's see. No, that time it sounded exactly the same. I will let it sit for now then. If it's hard to figure out, and I will continue poking around in the building as a whole. It's locked. We're going in. Locksmith, we could buy more keys. Passageway we can't open. Locksmith would allow us to buy keys. But we're not short on keys. Well, let's get rid of the lavatory. Okay, so. Oh. More gold. Okay, nothing got dropped here in the morning room. But tomorrow morning we will get 2 gems to start the day, which seems like a decent way of starting your day. My day has never actually started with me being given a couple of gems. I think I'd kind of like that. I bought... Censored you? I don't see anything getting labeled as such. What did you say? No, I would not want you silenced. Oh, well, I mean, if I did want you silenced, I'd silence you myself. I think over here... Wasn't this a key card, so it should now open? Indeed. The West Wing Hall, please. This is another letter. Spine and pine. It's an S. This is another letter we do not have. I would like this letter rather a lot. Mailroom. Mailroom's a dead end anyway. Might as well go with the mailroom. Order placed. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to sender as he no longer is employed. Staff. We have a clock. A tie. And a time. It's an M. Pi and time is M. Well, I know what is to the east of us then. So we have the following. Five letters. I'm going to guess M-O, so that would be Mount Small Gates. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. But this is, it means we've placed an order. Whoop. Simon P. Jones. We have been in here before. This was from Dad. Right. This was a mail letter from my dad to me after my great uncle had passed away. And the next time I find this room, there'll be a package waiting for me with some fat loot in it. This is the original we saw about getting us into this setting. I can get it into this setting, but nothing ever happened. Now we know why. He had it changed. Our granduncle, great uncle, had this changed. And now it's the setting that he gave, that we had from the other document we just found, which was off, blue, green, white, red, purple, but white won't work until they're all purple first. So we have to take them all to purple and then get the rest of it set up. That's not going to take me like the rest of my life when we get there. Oh wait, yes it is. All right, we're in the mail road. Back in here. Commissary. Bunk room sauna. Tomorrow, you'll start with 20 extra footsies. Under normal circumstances, that would be good. The commissary has another door. It's going to take our last gem. A commissary is another room. I think this was going to be a C. Crate and rate. It is a C. We have a key. Very nice. What have we got? A salt shaker. That increases the value of the footsie's value of food. Compass. Shovel. And the sledgehammer. I'm going to grab the shovel. And keep some gold around for later. You're interested in hookers. Oh, I don't know why that would get. What should happen is I should get notified. Oh, maybe I did. Hold on. No. Yep. Okay. On Twitch, I got notified. Expired and not posted to chat. I would have approved it. I'm sorry. You'll have to let me know in the future if you put hookers in the chat, so that I can approve that word for use in the future. All peace and love here. Peace of love. It's locked. I have 2 keys. The passageway. The library will be a dead end. I have 4 redraws. I'm going to use a redraw. The sauna, the locksmith, the drafting studio. I'm going to use another redraw. The Great Hall, servants' quarters, ballroom. I'm going to use one more. Save the last one if none of these work. Bunk room, maid's chambers, they're all dead ends. The bunk room will have 2 bedrooms. That'll give us a bunch more footsies. We'll take that. Also, this one should be an O. There should be an O word in here. There's Gerald the gerbil. I don't know if he's actually a gerbil. Looks like row. So couldn't be row because it's an O word. Where's the other one? Boat? No. Boat and bat. Yeah. Boat and bat is O. I was correct. It is an O word. So, we have a missing word, a missing letter, I should say, in the line below this. But it is either count smell or count small gates. I think count small gates. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Now, if there's anything in these, I don't know, because I think I've gotten up to there once. Maybe? I'm not even sure about that. Something's still ticking in here. That is Turtles of Vara. All right, we have 34 footsies. Where are we going from here? I don't think we have any doors available to us, but we do have things that we can do in some of these rooms. Drawing room. Well, we know we want to get to the dining room and get a bunch of more footsies. So, down to the courtyard and then left. Alright, mailroom's a dead end. Across. Patio, pool, gymnasium. Security into the pump room. Gymnasium, pool. Yeah, into the pool. Into the dining room, where at least 20 food awaits. That looks like a pizza. I don't think we've had pizza before. Mushrooms, pepperoni, wood-fired pizza. Summer truffle sauce smothered in fontina cheese. Wild mushrooms and spiced salami. Cooked to perfection with just the right amount of char. 20 footsies plus an additional 10 footsies if you have a furnace in your house. I don't think we do. But we now have 43 footsies. Oh, I couldn't eat another bite. I'm stuffed. Oh. Yeah, 43. Guest bedroom. Bedroom into the hallway. More money. We've never been this wealthy before. Actually, we have like once. we are there. I am going to run around a bit outside. God, I'm rich. I am filthy rich, you know. And then, of course, the church takes one. It's a tithe, guys. Don't worry. It's a tithe, my... Never mind. There are 2 gates in the outside that we can't open yet. This is one of them. Bonk. The other one's on the other side. We have a door, like to a goddamn bunker, that we have not found a way to open yet. Bonk. This is our campsite at night, because we're not allowed to leave. I don't think I have checked the location with the 2 fires since we lit the second fire. I'm going to check on that. There are a whole lot of fires to be lit. The implication, this is again something we can't get into. Curses. Royal domain. We have lit 2 of these fires. The implication is that we've got a bunch more to light. And I have sort of this question in my head that if we light all of these up and we come down here... I guess I played Dredge too much, that we come down here with all of them lit and the mountain stands up. No spoilers. Right, the other gate is now open. We opened that up when we finally got the power to the garage and the garage at the same time. I think if we get the keys, the power, and the garage at the same time, we can maybe drive through that other gate. Yeah. The other gate is over here. I don't think we can cross it unless we have opened the garage. In which case that board will be able to allow us to cross. In this case, no garage. I'm going to do a quick mental go through here. We've got footsies. I'm going to try to do the setting, the correct setting on this. I don't remember the exact method. These all have to be purple. Alright, they're all purple. Now they're all purple. We have to set them to off. green, white. How do we get that one to white? That one needs to be red. And that one needs to be purple. This one go white now. Go for purple. Oh, it's blue. This one needs to be green. How did we get that one to be white? Off, blue. Green. White. They all need to be purple. So we reached that. Pardon me, I'm poking at it now. Desperately searching for the answer. I don't know of any way to reset it. I don't know how to get it to be white. Off, blue, green, white, red, purple. It's everything except this one's not white. And I turn that one purple. Purple. That one goes red. So this one, we've got, no, it's not quite exactly what we need, but it is close. So, off, blue, green, red, purple. This one needs to be white. I don't think it's going to work. I think I've got an idea. Bad idea, but it is mine. Get both of these to purple. Go to white? No. When everything is purple. That was the implication. Well, the implication was that white can only appear when everything has been made purple. My assumption was that was sort of like an unlock, at which point white became available. Maybe it sticks. We'll try that. No. Red, blue. Red, blue. Red, blue. Red, blue. Purple. Purple. Okay, it does turn it white. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. That's not a spoiler, because I did remember that. But will it stay that way is the question. Hopefully it'll stay that way. It's gotta be red. Okay, we're getting there. One's got to be green. That one's got to be blue, and that one's got to be blue. Holy crap, holy. That opens the doors. No, it did say that was white. So if that wasn't a spoiler, because I was aware of that. But you just procked me that that wasn't an unlock specifically for all of it where they could turn white. That was, you must turn that one white and then do the others. The Gemstone Cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. You'll now start the day with 2. I think that means I will start the day with 4 gems now. But we're going to run out and see. Yeah, thank you. That was, see, that's not a spoiler. That's just a reminder of what I was already talking about. So thank you. Or maybe I'm just splitting hairs because it worked and I'm pleased and so I'm giving you a pass. But I think, no, I think I meant what I said. We definitely want to go in, at least. But that explains why we have gems as one of the currencies around. We have a note. We also have another torch getting lit. Okay, maybe it's just the 4 here in the little balcony area. There's none of the others have shown any sort of tendency to bust open. But we're going to have... Oh, okay, so we probably can't manually pluck these from the walls. Then we're just going to get 2 every day. Here's the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of the cave wall, so I suppose we'll all have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use to us here, so Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be too happy with that, but hopefully we can smooth it over. Now there is still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up. The old man wants it done. So we now have 3 lights burning over there on the overlook balcony, as I might call it. This looks like that would be an entrance to the mine. Maybe if I had the hammer, have the shovel, have the gear, broken lever. Yeah, I think we are done for the day. So, we will call it a day and we'll move on to the next day. I dig up the spaces in the room. I did not, because everything is going to go away when we change days. Call it a day. So getting a few extra keys or gems isn't going to matter. We don't have any doors for the keys. And we're going to have 4 gems when we start tomorrow. But nothing else. An impressive bed and breakfast. Yeah, I should think so. We had bacon and eggs. We did. 5 new rooms. This late in the game to have 5 new rooms. Very, very happy with that. Save and continue. I'm going to do 1 more day, I think. And we've done, 2 days, and that's taken me over 2 hours. So I might be here a while still. Day 16. Pardon the yawn. Alright, first things first. I have 4 gems. And that's going to be true every day from now on. That's a good start. Alright, there are a couple of rooms that can pop up over here that we've never had. The tomb. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, spread 5 in the tomb. That's a good way of getting a whole lot of gold. Adds 8 classrooms to today's draft pool. What? Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms. Do we want the tomb or the schoolhouse? Let's go with the schoolhouse. The schoolhouse rocks, you know. This is a new room, as far as I can remember anyway. Wow, nice place. At least you guys have got a fire-burning Herbie. I think that was Great Uncle Sinclair's name. I think he was Herbert. Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility, and meager as it may look from modern standards, I think most of us who spend our afternoons here will readily admit that we're reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, that's my grand aunt, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention to my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, even though she deserves much more than I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, Baron Sinclair, that's our grand uncle, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain we will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through the halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild, those here whose parents before them I might also have taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world when you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you sincerely. All my time here has meant the world to me, and if I'm still standing in 8 months, I will see you all slightly less melancholic ribbon cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. Nothing you could turn in the schoolroom. Yellow thing on the back of the round object in the middle of the room. Yep, that will probably be another of the burners outside. Okay, this is all for on the sort of balcony, as I've been calling it. I wonder if that is all of them. I was right at 4. Something's going to happen. Well, I guess I know where we're going. Oh. We have an evelator, guys. All we need to do is evolate. What? This lamp has been here how long? We have an evelator. I'm sorry, I should stop doing that. There's a Path of Exile streamer who intentionally mispronounces everything, and I think it's rubbing off. Well, let's see what we've got over here, shall we? It looks like it may require the lever or a key. We're going down, guys. And down here is where we flay the hobos that we've kidnapped. Too dark? Yeah, maybe. There are other rooms over there. There's an entire underground complex, it seems like. Holy, what the? They call it a mine. A mine! Scripps and Rudford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 3, date 1915. Wow. This game is taking place in like 1990 something, so. As our client, Thomas Sinclair, I think that must be our grand uncle's father, suspected the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much larger arcade carved into the rock face, like I just noticed. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we've uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we've surveyed has ended abruptly, and not very promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Chessboard. Not a regulation chessboard. This is the chessboard of the house. 5 by 9. And I can place the pieces. Definitely no spoilers here, guys. Have a P. We do not have a P on the board. So it's not based on the words. At least not yet. B? No. No Q either. This opens it up so that we can place them. I have no idea on that one yet. Okay, that is a locked closed door. Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Realm and something. Sigils of the past and present by Professor R. Willard. Fenn Aries. Robert Bird and Sons. 1905. Of the era found on either of a natural or resulting from creations accustomed to record various signs with the aid they did this in order that their realm might not be used as strange. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today, when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found in royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless, burning tree seen in geometric lines? And what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line and each circle and each variation tell a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Sigil. Understanding the realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Sigils are most important things. The core, dividing lines, rays, modes, order. The core. It just the rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper. Okay, Orin. I'm pretty sure it's Orinda. Because we've already seen something for Orinda, and the reason I know we've seen something for Orinda is because there's a city near me named Orinda. I'm going to sketch these, so bear with me. I can't remember the last time I played a game that required me to take notes, but here we are. Page is torn. The rays from the core will come lines from one sigil to another, different something. Counting. Sigil will transportation. Gone completely. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. Rainy realm indicated with that. Stormy realm, gray dotted snow. Rain, storm, snow, no, and windy. Moats, holy shnikes. Like I said, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper, the rabbit hole. Tribe. Culture. Marshall? Or possibly marital. He may have misspelled it. Metropolis? Academic? Pardon me, guys. I know this can't be particularly interesting, so believe me, I will not feel insulted if everyone bails. Industrial. Spiritual. And poetic. Wow. Okay. The border. Oh my God, they're not frickin' kidding? Uh-huh. I'm running out of space on this page. Black. White? Violet? Green? Orange? My hand's getting tired. I'm writing so much, guys. Red. Pink. Yellow. Thank you. Banners, Marshall Fog. Oh, okay, so we didn't get the dividers. That's banners, that is red, and that is Marshall. So those runes are keeping that. Right, okay. We didn't get the rest of the dividers. Wait, there's more galleries down there and over there. So this is not all of it. Holy crap. Back in here, I just want to check and see if we've got any of the sort of notations that that last book was telling us about. No. Got that. Okay, take us back up, I think. Right, and all four are lit, so 4 lights. I do, however, wonder about the... Oh, that icon. One of the icons. That is the icon for Orinda. Well, we've already burned through like 10 of our hours, but I would say that was worth it. Good God, this game. I guess I took the red pill, or no, I took the blue pill. I get to see how far the rabbit hole goes. Library. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Sure. We've got a gem. I've never been in the library before, it seems like. Borrower, Kimberly Thompson, Simon P. Jones. Drafting strategy, the potential within. Oh my God. What? To ambitious young architect, fresh blueprint and world abound with possibilities. Bound with choice. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need? Is a passageway really worth 2 gems? Pardon me for a second. There we go. All these questions can be compounded, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Digest, we aim to provide. Have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having the resources you like to gems. Focus on gems and prioritize gems as early in the day as you can. Make sure you check for gems in the room before you clicking the door. I do this way too much. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. Never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. It's a simple strat that has served you well. If you see gems for sale in any shop, buy them out. Don't pass up the wine cellar even if you're not thirsty. There's no such thing as too many gems. I may have a problem. Planning your house. Draft early ranks first. Very common mistake is to make drafting in a straight line north, ignoring many unopened doors you left behind in the entrance room. Architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. As the layout on the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you're leaving lots of unopened doors in the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation, okay, I generally try to do that. Backfill first before moving on. Top drafting combos, another aspect. For instance, if you draft the Cloister before Terrace, you'll be down 3 gems. But if you draft them in the reverse order, Cloister would be free. Yep. Identifying synergistic pairs of floor plans. Other combos, Foyer and Great Hall. Always, doors are always unlocked. I didn't realize that was a hallway. Okay. That's a big one. That is a big one. I hadn't realized that qualifies as a hallway, but it makes sense because it's the right color. Okay. Thank you for the hint. This has been worthwhile by itself. Nursery. Drafting bunk room after nursery is an extra 10 steps. That one I knew. Office. And then conference room because it picks up gold, or gems that are scattered. Attic. More items you have, the greater your chances of being able to create a contraption in the workshop. Only once when I found the workshop was I able to put even 2 objects together. I think it was like the hammer and the broken lever, but it needed a 3rd item I didn't have. Where are we? Is that it? That wasn't it. Making a connection. Estate connectivity. 2 combos aren't the only form of room synergy. You can find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but can become very powerful when the connectivity is eventually discovered. Utility closet is a perfect example. Right, it doesn't do anything by itself. Garage powers the garage door and grants west path access. Darkroom turns the lights back on after blowing the fuse, but only after. Turning the breaker off before you go into the darkroom will cause the lights will still be on, and then they'll go out, and then you'll have to manually reset that breaker. Gymnasium turning lights off presents step loss. Yep. Her Ladyship's Chamber, one of the more complex, simple examples. Her Ladyship's Chamber has a synergy with Lady Epson's other 2 rooms, the boudoir and the walk-in closet. Next time you enter the boudoir, gain 10 steps. Next time you enter the walk-in closet, gain 3 gems. Boiler room is a power source, connects ducts. From room to room, specific laboratories such as the garage, laboratory, laundry room, furnace room, and pump room all have uses for steam power. Okay, I knew about that because you can get the boiler room sending power, assuming this orientation, sending power up, left, or right. The pump room. This room controls the water level throughout the realms of the estate and can interact directly with the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, and kitchen. So if you lowered the pool level, there might be a way to walk down into the pool and get objects or something. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room each day. This will allow you the opportunity to draft specific rooms. That'll make the meal even more delicious. Got it. Besides counting as 2 bedroom, bunk room also counts as 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by master bedroom and the amount of gold spread by tomb and the amount of keys found in the servants' quarters. Each time you solve a puzzle in the billiard room or parlor, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft that room. I've been doing a lot of both of those. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you first explored it doesn't mean that'll be the case the next time you draft it. The day after drafting Freezer, it enters an automated cooldown refreezing cycle during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. Okay. If you're stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it's smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you'll come across. When in doubt, draft rooms you've never seen before. Yep. Word from the editor, Architectural Digest, forging your own path, each architect his own favorite room. Wish you best of luck. Okay. It's a book and it's open, but it has no... It's all blank. Where are we? This is going to be an A, so we have pray and pry. Reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. I had forgotten about that. Outer rooms. We still have missing 3. Let's see. We're still missing 5 rooms here. 4 rooms there. Only 1 room there. And 1 room there. 3 bedrooms we're missing. We're still missing a hallway. We're missing 1 green room. 5 shops. We got all the red rooms. I think I've been here before. Unless there's another place. Yeah, I have been here before. Maybe that document wasn't there, or I just didn't read it. Total time. So far, I've spent 13 hours and 23. 16 days. Longest day was 2 hours and 32 minutes. Average day, 51 minutes. I've taken 1,000 steps exactly. 62 keys, 85 gems, 109 gold, 8 stars. Those are the rooms drafted. Puzzle records. Yeah, I failed dartboard twice. No, I've always managed to get it open. I've screwed up the parlor once. Upgrade discs 3. Okay. There's another one over here that's got more of the stats. Baron Mount Holly, greetings. My first claim ticket was for the metal detector. A metal detector, shovel, and broken lever are the most checked items. Favorite floor plans, the den. Can't seem to pass it up. Den, pantry, and corridor. Most paid for. Commissary, 9 gems. Security, 9 gems. Drawing room, 9 gems. Most time spent in the entrance hall. Security, in the billiard room. Contraptions, I've made none. Largest pack. Purchase was 10 gold. I don't know what the empty spots are for. Most avoided floor plans, locksmith, walk-in closet, and sauna. I'm going down. Oh! All those rotations I may throw up. All right, what do we got here? Attic, secret passage, and great hall. No. These are all dead ends. It has 8 items. 8 items. Costs 3 gems. You know, if it's got... I don't think I've been to the attic. If it has a number of additional gems, it'll almost break us even. 8 items it is. Into the attic we go. We have the metal detector. A coupon book. Save 1 gold with each purchase you make in the estate. Picture of, I'm going to guess, that's our uncle and his father. Pointing at something. I'm going to guess that is our great uncle's mom. We have a map. X marks the spot. That is... That is 4, 6. 4, 6. All right, 3 above it. Yep. Love how this would have been meaningless to you an hour ago. Sometimes it's still meaningless to me, believe me. Some of the stuff I don't get. Sometimes I feel a little bit dumb for not getting it. Oh, we got a key. It's quite a game, isn't it? It's quite a mind fandango. It's the magnifying lens. Okay, magnifying glass, close enough. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Well, the first thing we want to do is look at this picture a little more closely. Nothing of note. She's got the necklace. Do I have an airplane? Oh, I don't have an airplane. Well, that's just no fun. We have a box. We have a key. You can open the box with a key. It usually has, in this case, it's got 4 gold and 2 of the dice. Reroll dice. We've got a letter. Dear Ms. Marigold, that is my mom, or was my mom. Change the ending to political. Thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we have come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we do not think the material is a good fit with Ruffington's current catalog, and therefore will not be pursuing a partnership at this time. If you provided us with a return envelope, your manuscript will be returned to you, otherwise it has been recycled. Thank you again for thinking of us here at Ruffington, and do not be discouraged to submit any work you may complete in the future. We wish you every success finding a home for your book. Thomas Yanders, Ruffington Red Publishing. Change the ending to political. Let's say up there, April 12th, but no year. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. Another page of notes. Page 2 of notes. We have another key. Doesn't look like that box should open. That box should open. That box should totally open. I would like to complain and open that box. We have a spiral staircase. Which room are we in? We're in that room. 2-2. It should be an eye, so there should be a picture of a star in here, and there is, right? Yep, a picture of a star in here. All right, so we've got that taken care of. Got that. What color's your wagon? I think we've got everything that we're supposed to have. That's the attic, everyone. First time we've ever had the attic. We didn't get too far. Bedroom, billiard room. Whenever you draft another green room, 2 gems will sprout. But that's a dead end. Bedroom or billiard room? Billiard room, I think. As this is always given me 2. Has always given me 2 keys, although a friend of mine informed me that he once got a card key out of it. Okay, start at 2. So I think it's 3 plus 1 squared is 16. 4 squared is 16. Minus 1 is 15. Divided by 15 is 1. Wow. 5, 6, 8 squared is 64. Minus 4 is 60. Divided by 6 is 10. 2 keys. Math. It's the key to the universe, boys and girls. Okay, the den opens left and right, west and east. Spare goes on. Maid's chamber just goes that way. We're going to go into the den. We're going to grab a gem. gems do not set off the metal detector. The funeral parlor is equal to the red rooms in your house if you open an empty box in the funeral parlor. Pantry, no. Kitchen, yes, because that will give us the corner room. It's going to cost us 1. We could buy food perhaps later. If not, we'll just see what is available for dinner later. That must be what's for dinner. No, that's the main course will be... Main course is served only in the dining room. Okay, that'll be lemon glazed salmon. If we have the aquarium, we get 30 instead of 10 footsies. Banana, club sandwich, bacon and eggs. That would add the morning room, which we do not currently have. Anything else? No, doesn't look like it. Beautiful day out there, though, don't you think? Never seen the cat or dog, but we have the cat or dog bowl, or maybe we're supposed to eat it. This is going to be a dead end regardless of where it is. Gem requirement, the observatory. It seems like a good place for the observatory to me. It should give us 9 stars. We have 9 stars. I don't think we get anything specific for 9 stars. 8, we have nothing for 9 and 10. So 9 is going to give us either a 6 and 3 or a 5 and 4, I think. So it's either going to give us rooms with 4 doors or more common, or it's going to, and a gem. There is no 6. Yeah, so I think we're going to get that. Yeah, I did take note of it. Thank you. All right, so I think we're going to get the 5 and the 4. Yep, looks like it. 5, so 4 door rooms are more common today, and we get a gem. Okay. This isn't great. I just want to point this out. This is our last... If this room... We can't have this room be a dead end. If it's a dead end, we're dead already. This would be the shortest, worst game day I've ever had. Drawing room will have 1 exit. Archives will have 1 exit. Great Hall. 7 locked doors. Things I have no idea about what the other doors might be. Might little rooms or something? I don't know. The drawing room, I think, is our only realistic choice here. Unless I want to redraw. I have 2 redraws. No, I don't think so. I think we'll save those. Not finding it yet. No spoilers. Yep, this is our door. Okay. Gem prize is equal to the red rooms in your house. Dark room. Dark room is deadly. Lose half. That's even worse. Oy vey. Well, I can use a redraw, so I will. chapel. Storm would be an end. We're going to go with the chapel. It's going to cost us a gold. Passageway, no. Archives. Or pantry. Pantry is a dead end. Archives or passageway. Archives, I think. I'm not nuts about that decision, but I don't want to use all my gems. I got some more coins. That's good. Nothing new over here. Alright, so we are facing that way. We want to go that way. West Wing Hall makes sense. Yeah. Courtyard. Pantry. Pantry will be a dead end. Give us 4 more gold. Courtyard would give us a path through to the corner. Yeah, why not? You gotta live a little, you know? You gotta shovel. Whoops, sorry. My bad. Yep. We have a shovel. Means we can dig. The safe deposit box key. What? The vault key. 149. Vault? Were we aware that there was a vault? An old tin can, not worth picking up. Unlocks box 149. Oh yeah, there's the vault where we can put things in. Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't miss anything else in here, did I? Look like it. Alright. This is a dead end because it's a dead end. The mail room will be a dead end, and we'll get our package that was delivered. The other times I've gotten this, it had like, you know, keys, some money, some other stuff. It had like 3 items. That was the letter from my dad to me. A sleeping mask, 2 gems, 2 keys. So we've added the sleeping mask, so now every time we enter a bedroom, we get 5 extra footsies. 2 gems. No, there is a thing in a vault where I can put an object, any of these items in my inventory, and it will then, the next time I go into the vault, I'll be able to check it out. So this is an additional item that is in an additional... my assumption is it's something we've never gotten before. Alright, the West Wing Hall. Yep, that's what we want. Quite a game, isn't it? The garage. We don't want the garage yet. Not that we don't want the keys, but we would like the garage with the power turned on, although we can still turn the power on, and the car key. On the other hand, this guarantees we have the garage. Pantry goes that way. I think I'm going to take my chances and get the garage. Grab the 3 keys. See, if the power is on, you can press this, and it'll open the door. There's the 3 keys. I've never had the power, the garage, and the car keys at the same time. I think what that allows me to do is to basically drive the car and it'll go out and it'll crash through one of the gateways we can't otherwise open. Yep. Nothing new on that. Again, that is speculation on my part. That's the combination, more or less, to the security room door. I mean, the security room computer. Which I may never see again because I made it very rare. Oops. Alright, we're in with the archives. We currently have 2 doors that are still available to us. Both are pointing north in this room and in the chapel. We have 2 gems. We can't get the cloister. We don't have the money for it. The passageway will give us 2 doorways. Oh boy. Well, realistically, it only gives us 1 doorway. Because one of the doorways leads into the same place the chapel does. I'm going to take a chance on the archived plan. It is... Oh, that's half of my steps. That was painful. I have 19 steps left. Footsies, guys. Maid's Chamber, Great Hall. I gotta redraw. I can't afford to futz around anymore. Passageway. We have no gems left. That doorway open. That gets us to the foundation. We need to. We could use some bedrooms. We've got plenty of keys. That's no problem. We've got no gems. So we have to go with the archived one. It's a bedroom. That helped. 2 and 5. That's right. We have the mask. So we got 2 for the room and 5 for the mask. That helped. We do not have any ticking. So there do not appear to be any monetary or key gains to be had in this room. Neither of those. It can only be the dark room. We have no choice. Everything's gone dark in this room. Alright, this hooks us up with the same room that the chapel does, so this leaves us with just 1 door. Kimi. Okay, how about that one? That was not the right choice. Got a reroll and a key. And we're almost done here. Because all we can do is guess. If it's a dead end, we're done. It's not. It's the hallway with 7 doors. Let's see. I wanted to know. I've got enough keys. We could conceivably open all but one of them. So presumably this opens up into the next square, the ones in the middle. I wanted to open up one of the weird ones that are probably... Right, they're just a... Ooh, okay. An upgrade disc. If we can find a computer, we can upgrade one of the rooms. So let's see. This and that should get us into additional rooms. Right now, we've got enough. We can open up these if we come up with more keys, or we're running low on footsteps, which we are. That's a nothing. Okay. Didn't know that was possible. Guys, that's possible. Oh boy, we're in trouble. We've got 3 keys left. Okay, that's not a great option. We've got redraws. Let's use one. Commissary goes that way. Items for sale. Pantry will at least have some food. It's an apple, so we only get like 2 footsies for that. We're down to 1 key. We burned through our keys in a hurry there, didn't we? We can't get that. Less likely to find items. We're going to use our last reroll. That was not a good choice. Corridor's always left unlocked. Now we can get through. It won't be locked at the far end. Classroom. Gem requirement, spare room. I think we're about done here. Might be locked. Probably locked. Not locked. The commissary turns left. We have no gems. The lavatory will take random. The storeroom. Anything else? Does not look like it. We have 17 footsies. We have 2 keys. I think we've got to try in the Great Hall. We have got to try 2 more of the doors in the Great Hall. Alright, so we have tried 2 of the doors on the north side in the Great Hall. Chart and cart. I'm hoping that this one will open to the north. With an actual room. No. Oh. That was... okay, yeah, that worked. Fine. We can go into the classroom, which will be a dead end. The Nook is also a dead end. But it does give us a key, which gives us 2 more shots at the south. But it kills the run to the north. Gotta try it. Coat check. This allows us to check an item. We have a claim ticket for the metal detector. Is that the only thing we can check? That can't be the only thing we can check. No, it isn't. Ah, there we are. There's everything we checked. The vault key. I'm going to check the vault key. This is the coat check, not the vault. No. We have 1 key left. We have, I assume, a 50-50 shot here. One of these doors will lead south the way this one led north. I'm going to guess it's not the same. I'm going to guess it's across. Last key. So much money. We don't have the gems. It's a hallway. The hallway will give us at least 1 more door. We will take the hallway. There's gold in this bar room somewhere. There it is. All right. Once again, we're down to our last door. It's locked. We have no keys. Is there anything else we can do here? I don't think so, but I'm going to check everything. Closet, foundation. We can check the foundation doors. We can check the foundation doors. We're not done yet, guys. There are doors east and west in the foundation room. I had forgotten. Glad I double checked. The rotunda. We've never had the rotunda, and we're still not going to have the rotunda because we don't have 3 gems. We're not going in there because that would eat 2 of our remaining 6. We may go in there in just a moment, but we're not going in there yet. We have 6 footsies left. We are going in because that is a key card door, and we shovel. We got a turnip. That gives us 6 more footsies, and we have another dig here. A key. We have a key again. Two additional footsies. It's locked. We no longer have a key. Bedroom will give us 10 footsies, but that doesn't matter. We don't have no keys or nothing to do. The classroom? Okay, we can draft new floor plans for how many do we have of that type, of the drafting type? Doesn't look like we have any. So we may be able to redraw once. But it is our last gem, but we're going to use it. I think this is the first time we've had art. What the... All right, these are some of the icons that we copied down from the pit. Okay. So, that is, let's see. That was yellow. That one is purple. It just keeps going. That one is orange. Guessing the schoolroom is proving education. It's jaw dropping, is what it is. There are just so many depths in this thing. Freddy, yellow, orange. Oh, he didn't get them all right. I have to figure out which ones are wrong or right. Oh my god, it's insane. His favorite color is red. Okay, bananas are yellow. Fire plugs are red. Pumpkins are orange. Blue, red. Lizards are not purple, so that's 1 wrong. Broccoli. Blueprints are blue, that's 2 wrong. Grapes are purple. So he missed 3. So 1 of these is wrong. 1 of the 3 flags. Oh my god. Yeah, fill them in with the right color, I know. So 1 of his flags is the wrong color. This guy. Bananas are yellow. Red, orange, blue, green, blue, purple. He's got 2 of these wrong. They're the flags. 2 of the flags are wrong. 1 of them is right. Yellow, purple, orange. Yellow, purple, orange. So this one is almost certainly actually yellow. We've got 2 more to go. No, no, you're not red. You're Kimmo. You are the Kimmo that happens to be red, not the red that happens to be Kimmo. So I'm pretty sure that one is actually yellow. I'm going to cross out the other two. All right, they got 10 out of 12. Each color is only used twice. Yellow, red. Okay, that's one that's wrong. Blue, orange, red, green, blue, purple. Right, we've already figured that that one is yellow. So that's his other mistake. So I think that's purple and orange. I think that one is orange correctly. Orange, orange, green, green, yellow, yellow. I think that one is correctly orange. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? There it is. I think that one is orange. This game. Holy crap. You must really like red. 2 out of 12. Well, those are red, so we know none of the flags are red. Yellow, yellow, blue, blue, red, red. So I think that one is orange, that one is yellow. What else is he missing? Blue, blueprints, red, red. He missed 2. So all of the objects are the right colors, which means that he missed 2 of the flags. So it's not pink and orange. Or purple and orange, I mean. I think that one's orange and that one's yellow. Correct, correct, correct. He missed the lizard and the blueprints and one of the flags. Right? Red, red, blue, blue, green, green, orange, orange, green, green. Right, so he missed the blueprints and the lizard, so one of his flags is wrong. That one, I think, should not be green. Let's check. Red, red. That's one that they missed, is that. Blue, blue. They missed the lizard. They only missed 2. They missed the lizard for 1. Purple, purple. We got red. We got yellow, orange, blue, purple. It's the grapes. Should be purple. Grapes and one of the flags. Purple, orange. I think. One of the flags has to be purple. And it can't be that one, I don't think. Green, green, blue, blue, yellow, yellow. He missed 2. So, of the objects, which did he miss? He didn't miss the pumpkin. He didn't miss the water, the blueprints. He didn't miss those. He didn't miss the banana. He missed none of the objects, so 2 of the colors are wrong. So I think that has to be orange and purple. Orange. And then he missed that and that. So that's correct. Orange and purple. He missed that and the lizard. Correct. So it's orange and purple. So it is orange and that one's purple. Okay, we've got it now. I am going to repeat it again in case you haven't heard me say it a billion times. This game, holy crap! My pen is having trouble writing now. Of course it is. Unbelievable. This game. All right, so we have figured out what we were doing here in grade 1. Nothing like a nice, relaxing puzzle right before bed. Yeah, I know. It took a while. Ooh. Oh, we got an apple, so that's 2 more footies. Footsies. Oh, what do we have? Oh, okay, the color worksheet. All right. I thought, oh my God, don't tell me it's the teacher's answers are up there all the whole time I spent struggling over the damn thing. No, it wasn't. Is this the last door? I think this is the last door we've got. No, we've got one more in the foundation. We're just low on stepsies. The funeral parlor. Prize is equal. We don't have that. That's a dead end. Let's try the not dead end. We've got a puzzle. What is it again? Equal to the red room. So I should get 3 gems, 4 gems if I get this right. Maybe 5? 5 gems if I get this right. If not, we're done for the day. Let's say 2 of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. If that is the case, then both of those are true, and this one would be false. The gems are in a box with a true statement. The gems are in a box without a true statement. Statement on the blue box is true. 2 of these statements are true. If that one is true, then this one is true. If that one is false, then that one is undecided. The gems are in the box with a true statement. Two of these statements are true. The gems are in the box with a true statement. If both of those are true, there's no way to discern which one has the gems. So that cannot be the case. Statement on the blue box is true. 2 of these statements are true. We now have a decision here. 2 of the statements are true. Statement on the blue box is true. These are both true. This is false. The gems are in a box with a true statement. Means it's not either of those because this is false. So this is in the black box. Mind you, I'm not 1,000% sure, but I'm sure. I've only missed 1 so far. Should be 3 gems. It's, wow, okay, it is 6 gems. It's, yeah, a bunch of gems. I am gem rich now. I am, however, poor in pretty much every other thing. Oh, it's a funeral parlor, so they changed it. It now has a coffin. How cheery. Oh, what are we? Herbert S. Sinclair, Baron of Mount Holly. At least his body isn't in there. That would be a bit much. Looks comfy, though. Dear Herbert, it was a great... Oh, okay, yeah, this is the one about the puzzles, right? Yeah, this is the one about the puzzles. We have 9 steps left. The locksmith. Wait, what? Another classroom? Excuse me, what? We can have more than 1 classroom? The keys for sale doesn't do anything for me. Did we didn't get the dining room. Because we're high enough now that we're in rank 8 that well, we will be in rank 8. That we would be able to get dinner. Are these the same? Ooh, F. These are not the same. This is second grade. Oh my god. Well, we got... Find each sum without using signs. We know the numbers here. How does work? Because from the dartboard puzzle. Mathematics. It's starting to add up. Of course it is. All right, well, we'll start with the guy who got an F. Somebody over here got an F. Look at the colors. Well, that one's correct. That's 2 correct. That's wrong. That's correct. 3. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's correct for 4. That's wrong. That's correct for 5. Wrong. 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 So, okay, yeah, it's the same colors as with the dartboard. Correct, correct. It'll be easier to find the ones that are wrong. Correct, correct. Wrong. No, that's correct. That's incorrect. 1. That's correct. Correct. Wrong. Wrong and wrong. Okay, I probably made a mistake. Correct, 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 correct. Those are all correct. That's incorrect for 1. 7, that's correct. That's correct. 6 plus 1 is that's incorrect. 6 divided by 1 divided by 3, that's incorrect. 6 minus 1. I'm making a mistake on one of those. 6 times 1 times 3. Okay, that's correct. All right, yeah. It's just the same numbers as we have on the dartboard. We are still at 10 footsies. The door is locked. We have no keys. I think we run out of footsies, my friends. No, we have 1 door left in the foundation. That's going to cost us 2 more. We're barely going to get there, but hey, we're going to open it up. We'll have 3 steps left. Give me 3 steps. 3 steps, mister. Just 3 steps to the door. No, we can't even get through. That's right. There are no other doors. I'm curious about one thing. So I will use my last remaining life. Theoretically, is it only the first time you go into the weight room that you lose half? Looks like it's only the first time you go into the weight room you lose half. Which is a good thing. We're down to 1. You may take my footsies, but you'll never take my freedom. And I'm going to call it there for an evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. It's quite a game. I don't think I'd be able to recommend it to anyone because I think it is a very niche game. You want slow. You want something you're going to have to take notes for. You want something very creative, but just so many layers to. It is a little bit exhausting. But I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. I don't know if I'll be playing more of this online or just be playing it off stream, because I think it's kind of a narrow, again, a niche viewing. A good reminder of why you avoid this type of game, but you love watching someone else play them. I can completely, like I said, it's very niche, and I can see people getting frustrated because you're kind of reaching out in the dark sometimes. So it's a game I would have difficulty recommending to anyone, but it's a game I think an awful lot of. And the devs, holy crap, man. Impressive. I'm back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your Saturday evening or Sunday morning goes awesome. Again, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Usual time tomorrow, most likely. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.